loads of stuff. It's all in one place. It's absolutely brilliant. And you've spoken about anxiety a bit, Stacey, you know, and how you sort of deal with it. And I love it because you kind of organise things to help your head.
Do you know what? I think it's anything that gives you a distraction.
Yeah.
Like you said there, I think everyone's just it's been such a difficult year for so many people. And you've just got to find those little distractions anywhere that you can to sort of take your mind away from little bits and pieces. So walk in the woods, crafting, organising, cooking, whatever it is that you enjoy, just finding those moments is like a real
definitely
gift.
But we want to bring you into the conversation on kind of keeping yourself mentally fit. Obviously, wow.
Well, the thing is there, by the time you've explained, the lion's eating your face, doesn't it? I mean, he was very close, Bear.
You've got to react quickly, you know.
Bear, can I just
But so
say,
much of it is about...
my children are obsessed with that. Honestly, they play it all the time. And they almost purposely want to fail so they get eaten by the lion.
Thanks a lot.
No, but they love it. They just love it.
But I suppose you had to, you know, because I wouldn't actually know, up the tree or under the car. Do we think?
Maybe. I like to believe. No, you're not having it?
I'm a bit cynical, I don't know.
Yeah.
But speaking of rocks, look at this for a segue. Congratulations on your engagement.
I didn't know what you were going to say then, because you know how much I love actual rocks.
You'd actually gone to look
I was
for
like,
it.
thank you, my rock collection.
But it's lovely you and Joe have got engaged. So nice. God, it's amazing that you've got this footage.
Oh, God, do you know what? It was actually the best day ever, and I really wasn't expecting it, as you can see, because I was in my slippers and really ugly Christmas jumper. I would have dressed up and put some makeup on, but it really took me by surprise. And I think the best part of it was that the boys were there and they cheered at one point, and I only noticed them cheering when I watched the video back, because obviously in the moment I was just making a really ugly crying face. But then when I listened back, I could hear them all cheering, and I just thought, oh, they're really happy that we're together. Yeah, it was lovely.
Congratulations.
So thank you very much.
Lovely. It's really lovely news, isn't it?
Hope you don't lose that ring.
Oh,
like
don't
you
lose
did.
the ring.
Yeah.
Don't pull it off. I've
don't
lost
say
mine
that.
twice. Nightmare.
I won't ever take
Once,
it
it was in the hamster cage.
What was it doing in there?
Well, I think I'd fed... I mean, this is boring, but I think I'd given the hamsters avocado and it had slipped off, but I looked everywhere for it, and then it was under the shavings.
Slippery avocado.
Nothing
Gets you every time.
I tell you.
Nothing surprises me with you anymore, honestly. Well, I know you're more organised anyway than Alex, because I've seen your Instagram, but you've got this new book out called Tap to Tidy. Where did the idea come from? And just tell us what it's about.
Oh, God, a while ago, I don't know if it was a year ago or more than that now, I started doing, obviously, what do you do when you're at home with the kids? You tidy up after them. So to make it more fun for myself, I just started taking a picture of the mess and then taking a picture of after I tidied it and saying tap to tidy, so you could sort of like tap the picture and it would turn into tidy.
But you're underplaying this because this has become a phenomenon.
No, I don't know about a phenomenon.
A phenomenon. As somebody who is an avid follower, honestly, I am.
Yeah.
It is amazing to watch.
Yeah.
But the level of organisation in your house, I mean, I can only dream of being anywhere.
Can I ask about the crisp packets, please?
Go on.
I mean, I don't know where to start.
Like,
where do we go? Look at the picture. Like, are you hanging crisp packets?
Do you know what it is? You do get to a stage where you're like, how can I up the level here? I feel like crisps in a basket just isn't enough. I can't see the flavours. How many prawn cocktail do I have? How many
What happens to the extra packets, though? There must be a drawer. There has to be a messy drawer somewhere.
There is. So, when we got our kitchen done, the one thing I wanted was a thing called plinth drawers. You know the plinths underneath your kitchen?
Okay, yeah.
They're like balls.
Oh, you can...
If you look underneath them, it's just a place for, like, mice to live. Exactly.
Nice.
But you can turn them into drawers and use them as extra storage. So now I can pull out the plinths and put all my leftover
even
crisps
your mess is tidy.
Well, it's not...
Honestly, it was worth having
I
you
was
in,
gonna
just
catch you.
so I knew that. I've never heard of that before. But, I find it amazing because you've got 3 boys, you've got your littlest Rex is the same age as my youngest. I mean, it's been quite hard in lockdown, isn't it, to entertain them? But despite that, the level of organisation, you've done the crafting. I mean, how And you've got a career, obviously, you know, we love you on Loose Women. How, Stacey, tell me what it's
you know what it's like. And I say this all the time on my stories, you know, one cupboard might be really tidy because I've done it that day, but the rest of the house can literally look like a bomb's just hit it. It's just finding those little things and going, oh, let's do that today, that'll be fun. Or if I do get a moment to myself, like if Joe's at home and he has the boys for a little while, I will just sit and make something because it makes me happy. So just to sit and craft something for a second. But that doesn't happen all the time. Like you said, when you've got kids and a job, you just find those moments anywhere that you can and you appreciate that one small area that's tidy and the rest of the house can just be a mess.
But as you say, it's genuinely a hobby, isn't it? And that really comes across reading this book and, you know, following you as well on Instagram.
I mean, apart from the organising side of things, you spoke about the craft element. Has that always been in you? Have you always been very crafty as a person? Because
my grandma and my mum are really, really crafty. I've always loved it. I was looking at videos the other day from like Halloween about, I don't know, 2016, and I was just pouring glitter all over my pumpkins and stuff.
Brilliant.
And I do think, yes, I've always been a little bit like that. Even my college books, when I was at college, they use them now as like little example. This sounds really geeky and really big-headed, but they use my college books as examples to show people because I used to colour code them all.
Oh my word!
Oh my God!
Incredible.
I just
it's
enjoy
just
that.
in you.
Yeah,
but we've got actually. Look now. Hope says, my question for Stacey is, what's been your favourite craft? Because in the book there are tons of things for children, for snacks, for dream catchers. You know, now you're doing all the things for your wedding. What's your favourite?
I think the favourite thing I ever crafted was we went on a little beach getaway in the UK when it was safe and we were allowed.
Yeah.
But while we were there were so many cool little stones and pebbles. At first, thought I was going to be arrested by the pebble police because people said you couldn't take the pebbles. But then I asked the local authorities; they said it was fine. Okay, so I took a few pebbles, just a handful, home with us, and made a little. I don't know what you would call it, but a little ornament out of the pebbles.
Yeah.
I sort of put a big one and a small one on top.
I saw it.
And they looked like me, Joe, and the baby where we'd been on the trip.
Well, the book's out Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously good luck with that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Get it out there to the people, yeah.
We've had tons of questions from Scouts as well.